Come on. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. 3 points. 3 points. 3 precious points that were needed. Whew. I wish these were shades. Shall I go and get the shades? Nah, no need. We're not in a title race. Just saying. Hello there, guys. Welcome back to Younes Talks Football. Welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well. Yes! Come on. Oh, man, you're going to hear random outbursts during this video because bloody hell, that was a roller coaster. That was painful. I got to be honest. Those last 15 minutes were hell. I got taken back to the last 2 years. And I got brought out of it, thankfully. Horrible. Heart Attack FC, well and truly back. But you know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. Why? Because we suffered enough for the last 2 years. Yeah? I'll take some resilience, some grinding the result out, some really trying to get in there and get what we need. And we did. We've come away with the 3 points. And even if it means that, you know, we got a slot this a bit open, wait for some blood to come out, dip in, right, into that DNA and take a little bit of the dark arts out. You know, if we got to play that card, we are the OGs. This is what we do. Shout out Arsenal. That's how you do it, by the way. When you do want to play the dark arts and you got to play that card, that's how you do it. Big up to Kukureya. I'm going to come to him later because he got sent off at the end of the game and I actually don't know why. I don't know why. It went to commercial or adverts. And I don't know what happened. He got a second yellow. That's all I know. That's all I know. But listen, he done what was needed to do in that moment to get the team the result, right? And if we're not going to do it, someone else will. And knowing Brentford, they're capable. So it is what it is. We've got out there. We got ourselves 3 points. Liverpool dropped points. Arsenal dropped points. Man City dropped points. Man United are too far down to care about. Chelsea got 3 points. Perfect weekend. Perfect weekend. Perfect. Could not have gone better. And look, this wasn't an easy game. Maresca said it before the game. We all knew it. Our history against Brentford's not good. And you just know this is a big banana skin. You know, with the run that we've been on, you know, this is a game that you can lose. I said it in the preview that this is one that we have to be careful on. We have to be focused on. We have to make sure we're not making mistakes. And we have to, you know, really, really dig deep to get a result against Brentford because they can set up against you in a way where it becomes difficult to get a result. And you saw what they were like today. At times they were basically playing anti-football, which is fine. I've got no problem with that. I'm not one to complain about that because I know some people would complain about that. As far as I'm concerned, that's your game plan. It's legal. That's your game plan. You know, we have to find a solution. And the thing is with us today, we actually, I feel like we did. We had control of the game. And about Brentford, it was only once we went 2-0 up. We had that relief. Game, set and match, right? Then Brentford have this ability to just go, okay, guys, look, we got nothing to lose now. Go all out. And they have the quality to get a goal. And they got it. Courtesy of a mistake from us. Of course, poor marking too. But it's a great finish from Mbeumo. And then we're back on the fence. Then it's about Heart Attack FC again. So this is the thing. But prior to that, from the start, all the way up until, I would say up until when Nico got the second, we had control. And good control. You know, control at a point where it wasn't a 1-0 lead that we were holding on to for dear life. It was us not finishing our chances. It wasn't Brentford working Sanchez. Sanchez got worked once, made a world-class save. World-class save. But we got worked once. It was us not putting the ball in the net, not us taking the initiative, not us taking our chances, not us finishing our dinner. So the control of the game was there. I thought we handled ourselves beautifully. I thought we were moving the ball forward brilliantly. I thought Overall, I thought there were players on there that had brilliant games. Overall, Cucurella had a very, very, very good game, all bar the red card at the end, right? A very good game. The defence, I thought overall, was fairly stable up until we conceded. I think that was lack of focus, not really paying attention to Mbeumo, not paying attention to his position, his run, not picking him up. But apart from that, and that was Levi Colwell's side. Tosin, who I thought started a little shaky, got into the game and actually looked good towards the end. But the midfield, Caicedo and Enzo, I thought were machines today, man. Wow. But in different ways. Caicedo was just a nuisance in every sense of the word. The amount of times he was winning the ball off Brentford, he was getting stuck into those challenges, he was creating space for others, he was making himself available, he was taking the ball from one end of the pitch to the other, he was driving forward, then he was getting back in time, then he was winning back possession. It's just the guy was everywhere. What a machine today, Caicedo. Wow. Wow. And not far behind him, Enzo. But with Enzo, it was more about his work on the ball. I thought Enzo's distribution today was fantastic, phenomenal. Every single pass or player that he was picking out was just touch of gravy. whether it was a pass that broke a line, or whether it was someone making a run and he picked it out and he put it literally right into his path. Enzo's just elegance today with his passing. Fantastic. So him and Caicedo, two different types of midfielder today, but both brilliantly executed. I thought they were fantastic. They showed their money's worth today, the both of them. Cole Palmer's Cole Palmer. You know, a good performance is a good performance, but to us now looks average because he's world class for us. So today, you could say he was average, but it was good. It was good. It wasn't blockbuster because we've seen other blockbuster performances. We've seen 12 out of 10s from him this season. Today was just an average 7. So you know what I mean. But he didn't have a bad game. Overall, decent game from Cole Palmer. And Sancho, Madueke, those two. Sancho, I thought, was brilliant. Overall, I thought was brilliant. But, you see, him and Madueke was very, very, very involved. And I think Madueke, for 80% of his actions, I thought was class. But the 20% of his actions, which is just him not using his eyes or his brain on how to shoot. I think I've worked Sancho and Madueke out, right? Madueke gets himself into brilliant positions. He picks his runs out brilliantly. He's direct. He takes players on. He beats players. His dribbling's class. He knows how to move with the ball. That's all brilliant. And he showed that today time after time after time. And then it's time for him to decide on whether he shoots or not. What he does, his thought process isn't, let me analyze. Do I cut in? Do I go out? Is there a defender? Is there a goalkeeper that's already worked out, that's already covering that space? Is there a defender that's about to come in my way? Is there a defender that's already blocking me? Is there the goalkeeper that's already prepared? There's no space that I can really shoot into? Or is there? He doesn't, in an instinct, pay attention to all those details. What he does is, he'll cut in or he'll cut out, and then he has in his head, shoot! Shoot! Just hit the ball. And more times than not, he's not even paid attention to see if there's a defender literally 30 centimetres away from him, or if the goalkeeper's already covering the angle, or if there's even a way for the ball to make it through. He just goes, shoot! He doesn't think. And more times than not, it gets blocked, or he's not thought of it and it hits someone, or the goalkeeper makes an easy save, or he hasn't even thought about how he's going to shoot the ball and it just trickles to the goalkeeper because he's not put any power on it. That's Madueke. Sancho, on the other hand, Sancho is, I'm going to get myself into a position. This position is perfect for me to shoot, I've got no one blocking. I've got the angle. Goalkeeper's not there. I can stick it in the corner, but I'm not sure. Let me think about this one. If I do shoot, but I've got a player that's there, I think I'm not gonna. I think I'm gonna try and wait for some more space. I'm gonna hold on to the ball. Oh, a player's available. Okay, I'll give it to you instead. And then what happens? It either gets intercepted or he's given it to a player and the chance is gone because the defence are back in time. He doesn't shoot. I mean, sometimes, a few times he does, right? I'm not going to say he doesn't at all. Before he wasn't at all. But we got one player that doesn't think and we got another player that overthinks. I think I've worked it out between those two. They need to swap traits. This guy needs to give that guy a little bit of his mind and that guy needs to give that guy a little bit of his mind. And I think the balance would be perfect. I think we'd have two outstanding goal-scoring wingers. That's what I need. That's what I think. So that's it. And Nico Jackson. Listen, I asked and he delivered. Yeah, I asked and he delivered. Albeit it took about 65,000 mistakes, but I asked and he delivered. We have to be honest here. It's the same thing with Jackson. He needs to get sharper. He needs to He looks like he thinks about what he's going to do after he receives the ball. And you can't do that. You can't do that. At this level, you cannot do that. You need to know what you're going to do with the ball before you get the ball. You need to have an execution plan before you receive the ball. To be an elite striker at this level, that's what you need to do. And you need to have the instinct to be able to carry it out without overhitting a ball, underhitting a ball, not controlling it properly. Like those little things you need to sharpen up. Jackson needs a sharpener. You know in the kitchen, when a chef gets his knives out and he needs to sharpen them and he gets a sharpener out and he's like, Jackson needs to sharpen up. But for the chances where he fluffed today, and he fluffed a couple of flipping sitters that he should have put away, the one chance when we needed it most, he put it in and he made it 2-0. And at that point, I thought the game was dead. I was like, we need the second goal. He delivered. And it was a good goal. He drove with the ball. This is what I mean. His touch on the ball was good. He worked it well. He took on that defender. He gave himself the perfect amount of space. His timing was perfect. And he slotted it into the bottom corner. Beautiful. If you can do that earlier, accumulating less chances, that would be fantastic. That's what I mean by he needs to sharpen up. Because overall, it wasn't a good game for Jackson. Up until the end, when it mattered most, he delivered. And then he left with a standing ovation. And fair play, because we needed that second goal to kill the game off. And it kind of did. Even Brentford's goal wasn't enough in the end. So I asked yesterday in the preview, I said, I want a goal from you. He gave me a goal. Thank you very much. Have a good night, Nico Jackson. So yeah, and Sanchez, listen, Sanchez, this is the thing with Sanchez, listen. Tonight was a perfect example of what he can do in terms of pulling off a worldie. We saw the world-class save he made. Wonderful. Glorious. It's not that's the problem. We've always said this. It's the distribution on the ball. It's his work on the ball that's the problem. That's it. It's not about him not being able to make saves. He makes some top saves. Today he made a fantastic save. That's not his problem. It's the ball. It's on the ball. It's his feet. So listen. After Brentford got back into the game, I'm not gonna lie, I was crapping it. I was like, oh my God, guys, you need to dig deep. This is where we have to show personality. This is where we need to show some guts, some balls, some cojones, some minerals. Shout out Johnny. This is where it matters. This is where the personality shines. And we did it. We did it. And we did it in a way where 7 minutes, I don't know where the ref got 7 minutes from, by the way. Where did that come from? I don't know. But we stood it through. We managed to get to the end. And we managed to use the time wise. We weren't panicking. We were using our loaves. We were managing the time correctly. And an example of that, whether people like it or not, it is what it is. The way Cucurella went down at the end was exactly what was needed for the team in that moment. That Arsenal were getting praised for when it came to the dark arts, and they weren't even displaying dark arts correctly. That was a prime example of dark arts. If you want true dark arts, the man got himself sent off at the end. But we still got the 2-1 win. Thank you very much. 3 points. That's all that matters. Don't worry. We got Renato Vega to play the next game. Who we got next? Everton. In the Premier League. Yeah, we got Everton. That's fine. We'll play Renato Vega. No problem. But for Cucurella, I done what I did. The team got 3 points. If anyone's going to criticise, cry. Because we got 3 points. That's the mentality that was needed for us to go and win those titles when we did. Back in the day when we were hated. We were the most hated team in the world, and I loved it. I loved it, right? That's what was needed. Those are true dark arts. Now, you're not meant to show it every week. You're not meant to try and show that every week, and you're not meant to try and do it in a way to make it show off to everyone that, now look, we're doing dark arts, guys. Like, no. You do it subtly. You do it when it's needed. Cucurella, Puma, respect. Because the way he fell over, right, it must have been the boots. So shout out to Puma. They're working wonderfully because he scored. Fantastic header, by the way. Beautiful. Good little leap as well. There's some spring in those boots. That's good marketing for the boots, that. So big up to Puma. But Cucurella, fantastic header. Beautiful. And then later on, he gets himself sent off towards at the end of after the final whistle. But he manages to waste nearly 2 minutes on the fall. And we get the 3-1. We get the 2-1 win. There we are. And talking about 3-1, I predicted 3-1 and we got a 2-1 win. Again, my prediction is missed out by 1 goal. As long as we're winning, though, I don't care. So it's another win. We are now, in terms of the Premier League table, this is getting tasty, I'm not going to lie. Liverpool, 36 points. Chelsea, 34 points. But Liverpool have a game in hand. Arsenal, 30 points, 4 points behind. Nottingham Forest, 28, 6 points behind. Man City in 5th, 27, 7 points behind. But we're not in a title race. No. And do you want to know why we're not in a title race? Because the amount of chances we missed today, you do that against a big team, you pay. The way we conceded that goal at the end with Mbeumo, you do that against big teams, you pay. Grinding out that result all the way to the end like that, you try and hold on like that against the big teams on a regular basis, you pay. We've still got a little bit of inexperience here. We've still got young lads that there's mistakes here and there. And if you make those mistakes in the season, you don't win the league. Now, unless we get ourselves better, which is why I'm saying I will, listen, the earliest that I will entertain this conversation is March. If we're mathematically still in it, then of course, at that point, you will hear from me. But the plan for this season was always to just get top 4. On the basis, listen, for those that are now saying, oh no, but you lot are Chelsea, you're meant to be in the title race, this is what you asked for, where's your standards? No, the standards are there, but we got to be real. Because when we come to compete, we don't come to just compete, we come to win it. So we will tell you, because our standards are there, when we say we're going to come and win it, we win it. And that's what we're about. On the basis of getting top 4 this season, it means that next season, oh boy, we will be in a title race. And I will say that now. I demanded that the club, by getting top 4 this season, means that next season, we are in the title race. And I'm saying that a season in advance. Because that's where we should be. But we've just had 2 seasons in hell, right? So, we have improved substantially, clearly, right? And we're in a great position. But there's no pressure on us. That's probably why we're playing really well too. But next season, oh, you will hear from us. You will hear from us. We won't wait 20 years like the other lot do. Or the way that it's going in Manchester right now on the red side. They've taken a while since they've won a league title. No, we're not waiting around. We're not waiting around anymore. We've waited long enough. So our standards are there. Don't you worry. But it's not on your time. It's on our time. That's how it's done. So let me know your thoughts. Much appreciated. And big up to Enzo Maresca as well, who I thought managed the game wonderfully. Overall, I thought he managed it. We had a very limited bench. That bench was very, very young. Academy boys on there. I mean, we didn't have much options. We brought Nkunku off, and that was that. Off from the bench to replace Jackson. But overall, We got the job done with the lads that were on the pitch. Maresca managed to set up the game tactically in our favour, except for the end where it got a little bit shaky, but we stood through it. We done what we had to do and we got the win. So big up to Maresca and for everything that he's done today as well. Happy days, 3 points. We keep it moving. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts down below. Much appreciated. Do not forget to subscribe. Notification bell on for more, as there will be new content tomorrow. And I will see all of you then. Have a good one, people. Look after yourselves. Take care. And peace.